Welcome to my big messy porch. Yes, it's true. We're doing a video on my front porch today and it's a huge mess behind me, but don't worry, by the time we're finished, you're gonna see this pulled together. I'm doing it for those of you who are lacking inspiration or need to get your porch game on. Certainly if you are planning to put your home on the market this fall, you wanna focus on this area, and I'm gonna teach you ways to do it on the cheap, and I'm gonna share my personal favorite places to go to buy stuff, and some of it can be delivered right to your door. Other stuff, you gotta get in your car and go get the haul. Okay, here goes. Okay, step one, I've got a planter basket turned upside down, which I'm going to use for my derriere because I'm too old to hold this position for the entirety of the video. Let's go. All right, I've got mums right in front of me soaking. Where did I get these mums? Not Home Depot. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I find the Home Depot stuff does not do well throughout the year. So Kennedy Greenhouses at Kennedy Road and 19th Side Road is the place I go to get every single seasonal type plant or flower or anything, shrubbery or greenery that I'm looking for to make my garden beautiful. So what I've done is I've taken one of these handy dandy baskets. You all recognize this, you know where this is from. You probably got 3 or 4 of them in your trunk like I did. I'm filling it with water, and what I'm doing is I'm actually soaking, if I can lift this up and show you, I'm soaking the bottom of the mums because what a lot of people do is they don't give them enough water on the top and the bottom gets dry, or you don't get it wet enough and these things start to get crispy and dry and die in a matter of 2 weeks, 3 weeks after bringing them home. So for me, I like to start with a good base. I'm going to soak all of them in the same way. But here are things that you need. If you're going to get your porch game on, little checklist, doesn't hurt. You're going to need a front door mat. You're going to need a refresh for sure. If you've got something from spring, you'll see my spring one here. It's really tired. Spend 25 to 30 bucks and buy something nice and special. You can spend all the way up to $150, $200 for a beautiful doormat, but for the purposes of just a simple refresh today, telling you 25 bucks, HomeSense did me wonders. And I bought one at HomeSense and then I bought 3 on Amazon. And I'm going to tell you something, the ones on Amazon were far more versatile, far more beautiful, bigger, cheaper. So the HomeSense one's going back. What else do you need? You need a cloth that's going to clean your front door. No point going to set this up if your front door is full of cobwebs, dirty, dusty, yucky looking. So get a rag and you're going to wipe your door down. You're going to need Windex or something like Windex. I bought this thing called Repel, with a protective barrier that repels water, soil, food, and grime. Sounded like a really great idea, but didn't really perform so well. And yes, HomeSense, this was an impulse buy as I was waiting in line to check out. Didn't work so well. Do not recommend it. Just use Windex or an invisible glass cleaner that you can spray on. Fabric cleaner. Do you really need this when you're doing your porch? Probably not, but if you're a little neurotic like me and you like things to smell good, this is really good. Makes things smell less plasticky, less like it came from a container in China. I like this. Neutralizes all the odors on my front doormat. And there's some bleach here. Doesn't matter what kind of bleach you're going to use. You're going to use 1 to 10 parts. 1/10 bleach and 9 parts water. I think that's correct. Hopefully we don't screw that up. You can Google it. What you want to do is if you're using any sort of gourds, pumpkins, anything outside, give them a rinse or a bath in this stuff. It will make sure that if you're doing this like me at the end of September, your stuff is not rotten in 2 weeks, okay? So you want to clean the gourds and pumpkins up if you're going to use them in your display. You're going to need some kind of a broom, dustpan hopefully. What I have is my Dyson here, but I'm going to show you my real secret is in the central vac, because who's got time to empty this canister or deal with the battery that's going to fade? A broom, a garbage bag, some scissors for cutting and fixing in places, and I'm just going to say some muscle here, a wreath hanger. Don't forget the wreath hanger. I made the mistake of buying a wreath hanger. I do it every season. I don't know where my things go. I store them away conveniently. I wrap the wreaths up so beautifully, put them in my crawl space in the basement, and I can never figure out what I do with the wreath hanger. So get a wreath hanger, Dollarama, or somewhere else like Michael's, a couple bucks. You don't want to spend 10 bucks, 20 bucks for this. It's like literally $1 or $2 because the wreath should speak for itself, not the wreath hanger. What else can I think of? Some neutral pillows if you want, some throws if you see them at HomeSense. But the reality is for me, it's all about nice fresh flowers, but I need a commitment to keep these healthy, and I need the kids to help me keep these healthy because otherwise I've just spent $160 at Kennedy Greenhouses and things are just gonna die. However, I will tell you, if you've got a budget of like 30 bucks, there's some beautiful stuff there. I was there yesterday. Gorgeous, stunning stuff. You do not need to spend a lot of money to clean up your porch game. So let's go. All right, we want to clean the surface here. So last night I got out here and I swept and for sure by morning, bringing things back and forth. I've got a bunch of stuff sitting on the porch. Here's what I do. I'm not going to use my Dyson because I'm a little crazy like that. My kids think I'm totally lost my mind, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to use my central vac. I know someone is watching this and says this is a terrible idea. You should not be sucking up stuff like this up your central vac, but I'm going to tell you, I've done it before and I haven't broken it, and it works better than anything else I know. So if you pass by my house on a weekend and you see one of my dogs or 4 of my dogs escape, it's probably because I was trying to do this. I find it so much better at cleaning cobwebs. I know. Super crazy. Anyways, it's done. And if you're ever peeping into my backyard, you know that sometimes I have been found to go out to the pools around and vacuum my interlocking. But I love vacuums, and for me, there's nothing better than this. And you can see this thing has been through hardship. It has been duct taped. This is like the 4th one I've had in 5 years. This thing gets a lot of use, and I love it. I can't live without it. Anyway, vacuuming is done. So if you've swept, you've vacuumed, you've cleaned it, we're also going to show you something else that needs to be done. All right, I started playing around here this morning, and to be honest, I haven't gotten very far, but I have picked a neutral rug. I'm a fan of neutral. Yes, is it going to get dirty? So if you're going to do a neutral, you want to find something that's washable. Flip the tag at HomeSense or Amazon and look for something that's easy to wash. So for today, we're using this. Here's my find. I went to HomeSense and ended up scoring these beautiful baskets, and my limit was $24.99. So I looked around and scored these 2 humongous baskets that I have used to hold my mums. It's going to give you a little bit of interest, a little bit of texture on the porch, and just something exciting. And what you should do is have some type of a basin or a bucket inside, or a planter, so that you can actually salvage these and reuse these and they don't go to the landfill. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go show you 2 different looks really quickly. I'd like to assemble things in 3s. Don't ask me why. I just think that they look better, not as pairs. And so what I did when I was picking my interesting fancy pumpkins. Remember, you're going to wash them in 1 part bleach to 10 parts water so that the pumpkins do not sit and rot. I like to put them in trios, and I don't necessarily, like my porch, you can't see from the road. We've got landscaping that's private, so I'm not looking to create interest from the road, but I am actually looking to create different sizes and heights. This guy's a faka. I'm going to pull the tag off here. This guy was $24.99. I'm telling you, my budget, $24.99. For everything that I picked up at HomeSense, $24.99. And we can get this guy ready. And no, I don't want a faka here, but I can try it. We can see how that works. Or we can take this really ugly guy. And we're going to have to central vac here at the end again. And guys, for the purposes of the video, I have not washed mine. Like I said, I will wash mine later. How does that look? How does that cutie patootie look? Does that look all right? We can go a little further, and we can have 5 there, but I don't know if I like that. So we're going to take that away. Okay, we were good. Now let's stop fussing with it. Now, what I do at Halloween is we've got a little side table here next to our little settee here, or a little bench out here, whatever you want to have, whether you have a little wicker chair, a rocking chair, whatever you want. At Halloween, a really easy way to have something, and I used to have a really giant one of these from Costco that I loved, that I've no longer got. It lasted 10 years and then finally just crapped out. Here's one that's really easy. It is just a plug-in, so you don't need to have fire here. This beautiful display, whatever I'm going to do. Halloween comes around, I switch a couple things. I get some more decorations out on the front lawn, on the garage, throughout the house. But this little side table that I added, which is just like a $50 nothing table, I've created some height here just to fill my little corner here as you walk up to the porch. Now, we don't want to junk it up. We don't want to clutter it up, but you're going to see how cute this can be. And you might say, I don't like those colors she's using. Right. This is about you doing what you love and getting out there to pick color coordinations that you like. So maybe you're not a fan of mums and you can find other fall seasonals that you love. Maybe you don't love purple, maybe you don't like orange, but here's just what I'm doing this fall. Love it or leave it. But at the end of the day, we can all agree that it's an enhancement over what was sitting here before. Okay, here goes. All right, so what did we do here? We did really like 5 minutes of work and probably a half an hour of prep work. If you're actually cleaning your pumpkins out and you're getting your mums nice and hydrated before you start, the rest of it is Simple. It's recycled pillows that I had from spring, so I picked really good neutrals with some black in it because I like black, and who doesn't like black? And I thought I would incorporate them here. So I have one lumbar pillow on the bench. I've got a little blanket. If you're sitting out here in the wintertime and you're hanging out having a glass of wine on your porch, then you've got something to cover your legs up with. And we've got some tall grasses there just to kill that little corner there that's a dead corner, some white mums, and simple pumpkins. Okay, that's all it is. What I've done here deliberately is, you can see I've made a very large path for people to pass. If your house is on the market or you're going to put it on the market, you don't want to clutter both sides of the veranda or porch or walkway up to the house. You want to make sure it's nice and wide so it has that very inviting feel for families with their kids and their agent. So remember, if you can balance it off on one side, that's perfect. If you need to have both sides for evenness, I understand that too. But remember, enough for two people to walk up the staircase at the same time. Mom and child, husband and wife, whatever. Make it clear. The most important thing though, guys, is you got to start with a clean surface. So get out here and scrub, clean, use the central vac if you have to, use the blower and get it looking nice and clean. And I'm going to tell you, today is a day for washing the driveway, sealing the driveway, getting the grass nice and refreshed, not so crispy, and trimming back hedges. That's part of this. It's not just doing the porch and leaving everything else. So you got to follow through with everything. So I hope this has been a little bit of inspiration for you to get your game on. I'm going to show you option 2 now. And here's look number 2. So if you don't like this or that, you know what? Make something that's yours and speaks to the colors that you love. I'm probably going to swap those purple guys out for yellow mums just to brighten the space up. But you can see what we had in a really light, mellow color with the neutral rug and the sage pillows, really soft. This is a little bit bolder for your porch, and I like bold. So if you're going to do something, make it special, make it lovely, but most of all, make it your own. And I'll get to show you what I do to the space to keep what's here and what I've invested in already as it becomes more Halloweenish. Thanks for watching.